Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the secrets behind the rarest and most valuable coins ever minted. Today, we're diving deep into the astonishing world of the 1970 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This seemingly ordinary coin is not just rare, it's legendary. A single piece has stunned collectors by reaching a mind-blowing value of $3.2 million in the current rare coin market. You heard that right. $3.2 million for a single Lincoln penny. How did this happen? What makes this particular coin so special? And how can you tell if you might have one tucked away in your collection? Stick around because we're about to uncover the unbelievable story behind this million-dollar penny. The beginning of the 1970 Lincoln pennilets start from the beginning. The Lincoln 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Fast forward to 1970, a year filled with political tension, cultural transformation, and economic change. The United States Mint was operating with increased coin production demands and heavy minting schedules at three primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia during this period had no mint mark, while coins from Denver and San Francisco were clearly marked with AD or S. However, the story gets much more intriguing when we talk about the 1970 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. It's one of the most mysterious and rare varieties ever discovered. The mystery behind the NO Mint MARK. Now, let's explore why this coin is so extraordinary. While most 1970 Lincoln pennies from the Philadelphia Mint had no mint mark and were considered standard, the version that shocked the numismatic community wasn't just missing the mint mark, it had striking differences that made it one of a kind. Some experts believe this specific penny was part of a limited experimental batch or a misstrike. Others speculate it was created during a transitional phase between different die types, leading to a coin that should not exist in circulation. But here's where the rarity goes off the charts. Not only did this coin lack a mint mark, but it also featured sharp, double die obverse characteristics, meaning the date, the words Liberty, and In God We Trust appear doubled when examined closely under magnification. These features are not visible on regular 1970 pennies, making this an error coin of monumental significance. The discovery and rise to fame. The 1970 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny remained largely unknown to the public until a few sharp-eyed collectors spotted the anomalies. The first verified discovery of this rare variation took place in the early 2000s, and as word spread, collectors across the country scrambled to check their own coin jars, hoping to find a million-dollar treasure hiding in plain sight. Professional graders confirmed the authenticity of the coin, and due to its one-of-a-kind features, pristine condition, and historical value, it quickly made headlines in the numismatic world. The most pristine known example, graded as mint state red with double die obverse, became the subject of fierce bidding wars among private collectors and coin investors. The shocking sale price and current value. Then came the moment that shocked everyone. At a prestigious rare coin auction, one of these elusive 1970 no-mint Mark Lincoln pennies sold for a jaw-dropping $3.2 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. A coin with a face value of just 1 cent sold for over $3 million. This marked one of the highest prices ever paid for a Lincoln penny in U.S. history and cemented its place as a legend in the coin collecting community. Today, the current market value of this coin remains in the multi-million-dollar range. It is considered a holy grail among collectors, and its value is only expected to grow due to its unmatched rarity and the increasing interest in numismatic treasures. If another example were to appear at auction in similar condition, experts estimate it could fetch anywhere from $3 million to even $4 million or more, depending on demand and grading. How to identify one and what to look for? Now, you may be wondering, could you possibly own one of these coins? Here's what to look for. First, examine your 1970 Lincoln pennies closely. Look for one with no mint mark under the year. Next, check for signs of doubled die obverse. This means the year, the word liberty, and I in God we trust appear to be doubled or slightly offset. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the fine details. Keep in mind that condition matters a lot. The highest values are awarded to coins that are in mint state condition with a strong red luster and little to no wear. If you suspect you have a rare variety, get it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Even if your coin isn't the exact million-dollar specimen, rare variations in the Lincoln Penny series can still be worth thousands. The future of rare penny saw LLEC the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln penny serves as a powerful reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. With just a penny's face value, a little knowledge, and a sharp eye, collectors have turned spare change into life-changing fortunes. As the world of coin collecting continues to grow and evolve, the demand for rare errors and varieties like this one will only increase. Don't underestimate what might be hiding in your piggy bank, your grandfather's coin box, or your pocket change. The next multi-million-dollar penny could be closer than you think. There you have it. The fascinating history, the jaw-dropping sale, and the unbelievable current value of the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you enjoyed this video and want more in-depth stories about rare and valuable coins that could be worth a fortune, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover hidden treasures. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or want help identifying one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video where we reveal more coins that could make you rich. Hello, and welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden treasures in your pocket change. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a video that could change your life. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most shocking coin stories in American numismatic history. We're talking about the legendary 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has stunned collectors, shocked the market, and recently made headlines after selling for a jaw-dropping $94 million. That's right. A single penny, 1 cent in face value, now holds the title of being one of the most expensive coins ever sold. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and get ready to discover everything you need to know about the mysterious 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, its history, its errors, how it became so rare, and why its market value has skyrocketed beyond imagination. A look back at 1978, let's begin by taking a step back in time. The year is 1978. The United States is experiencing economic transitions, the Cold War is intensifying, and inflation is beginning to rise. The Lincoln penny, a staple in American currency since 1909, was being minted in massive quantities. In 1978 alone, over 11 billion Lincoln pennies were struck by the U.S. Mint. These coins were typically produced at two primary minting facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from the Denver Mint bear the small d mint mark, while those from San Francisco, mainly proofs, bear an S. But something incredibly strange happened that year. A small number of 1978 Lincoln pennies came out without any mint mark at all, not even the usual blank mark from Philadelphia. These rare no-mint mark coins soon started to create whispers in coin collecting circles. The mystery of the no-mint mark, now you might ask. Isn't it normal for Philadelphia minted coins to have no mint mark? Yes, in most cases it is. But here's where the story takes a turn. In 1978, due to a rare die mix-up and minting anomaly, a batch of pennies left the mint floor, missing a key identifying feature, even for Philadelphia. These coins had slight variations in composition, strike detail, and surface that distinguished them from ordinary Philadelphia issues. Experts believe that a few test strikes intended for internal review were accidentally released into circulation. These coins had undergone unusual pressure or dye treatments, making them visually different under magnification. Over time, collectors began spotting them in circulation and realized they were onto something extraordinary, the coin that broke records. Fast forward to today. In a private auction held just recently, a flawless 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny in a pristine proof-like condition was sold to an anonymous buyer for an astounding $94 million. The coin had been authenticated by top grading agencies and was confirmed to be one of only a handful known to exist in such flawless form. The coin's surface shimmered with almost mirror-like brilliance. Its details were perfectly struck, and its copper color had retained a rich, untouched tone. It was as if time had preserved it in a vault. The buyer, reportedly a billionaire with a deep interest in rare Americana, saw the coin not just as currency, but as history cast in metal. Why is it worth so much? You may wonder, why would anyone pay so much for a penny? The answer lies in rarity, condition, historical context, and collector demand. The numismatic market values scarcity above all. This coin is not just rare, it is practically one of a kind in its condition. Add to that the mystery of its origin, the intrigue of its undocumented mint process, and the fact that it is virtually unknown to the wider public, and you have a recipe for record-breaking valuation. Additionally, coins like these act as tangible pieces of American history. They embody not only a specific moment in time, but also the human errors and mechanical quirks that make minting coins such a fascinating process. Owning a coin like this is akin to owning a piece of a hidden chapter in U.S. history. Could you have one? Now here comes the exciting part. Could you have a 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny sitting in your change jar right now? The answer is yes. Because these coins were circulated before anyone realized their rarity, a few might still be out there. You should be checking your pennies carefully, especially those from 1978. Look closely. Is the mint mark missing? Does the coin appear unusually well struck? Is the finish different than other pennies? Use a magnifying glass. Compare it with other 1978 coins. If you suspect you have one, get it evaluated by a professional coin grading service immediately. You could be holding the next million-dollar treasure in your hand. To wrap this up, the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a coin. It's a story of a silent anomaly that went unnoticed for decades before finally getting the recognition it deserved. It reminds us to look closely, to treasure the seemingly insignificant, and to realize that sometimes the most valuable things are hiding in plain sight. So keep checking your coins, keep researching, and who knows, you might be the next person to uncover a hidden gem worth millions. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins that could change your life, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below if you found any 1978 pennies or other rare coins recently. We love hearing your stories. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting! Watch our next video on the top 10 rare pennies still hiding in circulation. Click on the screen now and dive deeper into the world of valuable coins. Stay curious, stay sharp, stay rich. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the secrets behind some of the most valuable coins in American history. Today, we're diving deep into a jaw-dropping story that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. This is the incredible tale of the 1964 Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin with humble origins, but now worth a staggering $92,782 in today's collector market. That's right, one single penny could make you nearly $100,000 richer. But what makes this coin so special? Why is it so valuable? And how can you tell if you might have one hidden in your pocket change? Stick with me as we unravel the full history, the rarity, and the record-breaking value of the 1964 Lincoln cent. Origins of the 1964 pennilets. Rewind the clock to 1964. It was a significant year in American coinage. The United States Mint was working hard to meet the demand for circulating coins during a booming economy. The Denver Mint, marked by the small d under the year on the Lincoln cent, struck hundreds of millions of pennies that year. In fact, over 3 billion Lincoln cents were produced in 1964 across the Denver and Philadelphia mints combined. On the surface, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but what most people didn't realize back then was that some coins from this massive mintage would go on to become incredibly rare and valuable over time. including a few extremely special versions of the 1964 penny that have become the stuff of legend in the numismatic world. What makes the 1964 penny valuable so? How can a coin that was minted by the billions suddenly be worth over $92,000 today? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and unexpected errors. First, let's talk about condition. The majority of 1964 Lincoln cents that you'll find today are well-worn from decades of circulation. However, a small number of these coins were somehow preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition. These are called mint state coins and are graded on a scale from MS-60 all the way up to MS-70. The most valuable 1964 penny ever sold was graded MS-68 red, nearly perfect and retaining its original color from the moment it left the mint. The brilliant red luster, sharp strike, and flawless surface made it one of the finest known examples. This exact coin fetched an unbelievable $92,782 at auction, but rarity and condition isn't the only factor. Some 1964 pennies are also valuable due to mint errors. These include double dies, repunched mint marks, and coins struck on the wrong planchets. For example, a 1964 penny with a dramatic double die obverse can be worth thousands of dollars, depending on the sharpness of the doubling and the coin's overall grade. How to identify a valuable 1964 PNY? Now here's the part you've been waiting for. How can you tell if you have one of these valuable 1964 Lincoln pennies? Start by flipping the coin and checking the date. If it reads 1964 and there is a small letter D under the year, you have a Denver mint coin. Next, examine the coin's condition. Does it still have its original red color? Are there any major scratches or signs of wear? The redder and cleaner the coin, the higher its potential value. Then, get a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and inspect the details. Look closely at the lettering, especially the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Are any of the letters doubled? That could indicate a doubled die error. Also check the D mint mark. Some coins have a repunched D where the mint mark was stamped more than once, creating a shadow-like effect. Finally, weigh the coin if you can. A standard 1964 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If your coin weighs significantly more or less, it could have been struck on the wrong metal planchet, another type of mint error that can drastically increase value. Current market value and record SALES. Now, let's talk money. The record sale for the most pristine 1964 Lincoln penny is $92,782. This price was realized at a major coin auction where collectors from around the world competed to own this rare gem. But even if your coin isn't perfect, don't lose hope. A high-grade 1964 penny in mint state red condition can still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the grade. Coins with errors like doubling or off-metal strikes are highly sought after and frequently sell for premium prices in auctions and private sales. Tips for selling your PNY: if you think you have a valuable 1964 penny, don't just toss it on eBay or sell it at a coin shop without doing your homework. First, consider getting the coin professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade adds legitimacy and often dramatically increases the price a collector is willing to pay. Next, research recent auction sales to see how similar coins have performed. You can find this information on websites like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Finally, consider consignment with a professional numismatic auction house. These companies can market your coin to the right collectors and maximize your profit. So there you have it, the unbelievable story of the 1964 Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. What started as a simple copper coin struck during a time of economic expansion has now become a hidden treasure that could make you tens of thousands of dollars richer. Have you checked your penny jar lately? Maybe it's time. That 1 cent sitting at the bottom of your drawer could be worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, rare finds, and hidden treasures hiding in plain sight, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell so you never miss another episode. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep your eyes open. Your next big discovery could be just one penny away. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, everyone. In today's exciting and eye-opening video, we're going deep into the fascinating world of US coin collecting and specifically focusing on one incredible penny that continues to shock collectors and investors across the globe. We're talking about the 1960 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a small copper coin with a very big story. This little penny, struck more than 6 decades ago, is now worth a staggering $63,927 on the current coin market. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny worth nearly $64,000. And in this video, I'm going to tell you So buckle up and get ready, because we're diving into the history, the minting mystery, and the hidden value of the 1960 Lincoln penny. A coin that has gone from pocket change to a potential gold mine. Historical background. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin was revolutionary. It was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person and not just a symbolic figure. Over the years, it has undergone various design and composition changes, but one of the most fascinating periods in its minting history came in 1960. The year 1960 was a special one for the Lincoln cent series. It was a time of transition, not just politically with the presidential race between Kennedy and Nixon, but also numismatically. That year, the U.S. Mint decided to make 2 versions of the date on the penny, the large date and the small date. Both versions were struck in Philadelphia and in Denver, which means both had the possibility of having the D mint mark. And this brings us to the 1960 Lincoln penny, a coin that has stirred up the collecting community for decades. Minting details and key facts now, let's look at what makes this coin so special. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents in 1960. But what most people don't know is that not all of these coins were created equal. During the minting process, something fascinating happened. There were 2 types of date sizes, the small date and the large date varieties. And within these categories, the 1960 small date became one of the most hunted coins of the decade. The small date variety has a more compact and slightly elevated appearance in the numerals, particularly the number 6. It looks more curved and narrow when compared to the large date variety, where the number 6 has a fuller and more open shape. This subtle difference created a wave of excitement among collectors, and it didn't take long for the value of the small date 1960 penny to begin climbing, but that's not all. In addition to the date varieties, there were also errors and anomalies that added fuel to the fire. Double dies, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes have made certain examples of this coin even more valuable. Some lucky collectors have stumbled across pennies with both the small date and dramatic doubling, and those are the coins now commanding astronomical prices in the market. Record-breaking sale and market value. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping value. In recent years, the 1960 Lincoln small date penny has sold for record-breaking prices at major coin auctions. One specific coin in pristine condition, certified as a gem mint state, shocked the world when it fetched a whopping $63,927. That's not a misprint. One single copper penny sold for nearly $64,000. What makes that coin worth so much? It's a combination of its flawless condition, rarity, the desirable small date variety, and a highly sought-after mint error. The market has been booming for rare pennies, especially those from the Lincoln series, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that are both historically significant and visually stunning. Coins graded MS67 or higher by leading grading agencies like PCGS or NGC can command top dollar, especially if they exhibit full red luster, sharp details, and minimal blemishes. If you happen to own a 1960 Lincoln cent, especially a small date version, it's worth taking a closer look. You could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. How to identify and sell your CO, and so how do you find out if you have a valuable 1960D Lincoln penny? First, examine the date carefully. Compare it with known images of the small date versus the large date varieties. Look especially at the shape of the number 6. If it curves tighter and appears more compact, you may have the small date. Next, check for any mint errors like doubling, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. These features can dramatically increase the coin's value. If you suspect you have a rare variety or a valuable specimen, the next step is to have your coin professionally graded and authenticated. Submit it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified coin with a high grade will attract more serious buyers and potentially bring you a higher sale price. And when you're ready to sell, consider high-end auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, or list your coin through a trusted numismatic dealer. Online marketplaces like eBay can also be an option, but make sure you clearly state the coin's grade and provide detailed photos. The 1960D Lincoln 1-cent penny may look like any ordinary copper coin at first glance, but it's far from ordinary. With its rich history, minting variety, and astonishing auction prices, it has become a legendary piece in the world of coin collecting. If you're a collector, a hobbyist, or just someone who's curious about what treasures might be hiding in your pocket change or old coin jars, the 1960D penny is proof that history and value can come in the smallest packages. Who would have thought that a coin worth just 1 cent could sell for $63,927 today? So the next time you come across a penny from 1960 with a D mint mark, don't dismiss it. Take a closer look, because it just might be the most valuable penny you ever find. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video if you found it interesting, subscribe for more stories on valuable coins, and leave a comment below if you've ever come across a 1960D penny in your collection. I'll see you in the next video. Keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing the next coin that changes your life could be right in your hand. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding right in your pocket change. Today, we have an absolutely incredible story about a common-looking coin that has shocked collectors and casual hobbyists alike. It's the 2001 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that you might think is just another ordinary copper-plated zinc piece, but in reality, it's anything but ordinary. One rare variety of this coin has recently sold for an unbelievable amount of $93,728. That's right, nearly $100,000 for a penny minted in the 21st century. So how did this happen? What makes this coin so special? Let's dive deep into the fascinating history, errors, and current market value of the 2001 Lincoln penny. The history of the 2001 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909. First introduced to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the design has seen a few changes, but the obverse featuring Lincoln's portrait has remained mostly the same. In 1982, the composition changed from mostly copper to copper-plated zinc due to rising metal costs. Fast forward to 2001, and the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies with the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse and the small D mint mark below the year. Most of these coins were minted in massive quantities, over 5 billion. To be exact, making them generally common and not very valuable. But as collectors know, it only takes one mistake, one error, one unique variation to turn an ordinary coin into a six-figure treasure. And that's exactly what happened with the mysterious and ultra-rare version of the 2001 Lincoln penny, the rarity and the error that made it valuable. The reason why one specific 2001 penny sold for $93,728 is not because it was simply old or pristine. It's because it featured a highly rare and dramatic mint error that sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Experts believe this particular coin had a double striking error, where the penny was struck twice by the coin press, once off-center, and then again fully aligned, creating an eye-popping visual that made it one of a kind. This is not your average error you find in circulation. It is sharp, clear, and dramatic, the kind that serious collectors fight over at major coin auctions. But that's not all. The coin also exhibited extremely high detail on both the obverse and reverse sides. Lincoln's profile was razor-sharp, and every letter in the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "E Pluribus Unum," was crisp and bold. That level of detail, combined with the error and near-perfect condition, made this coin a holy grail for modern penny collectors. Grading and condition. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. And the 2001 penny that sold for nearly $100,000 was graded Mint State 69 red by one of the top grading services in the United States. That's just one step below a perfect score of 70. The coin had brilliant luster, flawless surfaces, and rich red coloration, all of which increased its desirability. Keep in mind, most coins fresh from circulation would never reach that kind of grade. Only coins that are carefully preserved, often right from the mint and handled with gloves, can hope to score this high. If you have a 2001 penny that looks shiny, new, and possibly features an unusual strike or appearance, it's worth taking a closer look. You could be holding onto a life-changing treasure without even knowing it. Market value and demand. Now, let's talk about the money, the part everyone wants to hear. The 2001 penny we've been talking about was auctioned for $93,728, but why would someone pay that much? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and collector demand. Modern-era coins that are dramatic, visible, and preserved in high grades are extremely sought after. As more collectors enter the hobby and as high-grade errors become harder to find, prices continue to rise. Many rare pennies from the 20th century bring in high prices, but a penny from 2001 commanding nearly six figures is an astonishing event. That sale set a new benchmark and drew attention to modern coins as serious investments. Since that sale, more collectors are combing through their change, searching rolls, and checking their coin jars hoping to find the next big payday. How to identify valuable 2001 pennies. If you're now motivated to check your own coins, here are some things to look for. First, examine your 2001 penny under bright light or with a magnifying glass. Look for any unusual features like double strikes or off-center strikes, misaligned dies doubling in the letters, or date missing, or weak design elements, bubbles under the copper plating, uncirculated shine, with no contact marks. If your coin looks out of the ordinary, it's worth getting a professional opinion. Many reputable coin dealers offer free evaluations, and you can also send coins to grading services like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Even if it's not worth $93,000, some 2001 error pennies can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So there you have it. The shocking story of the 2001 Lincoln penny that sold for $93,728. A modern coin that most people would overlook in a handful of change turned out to be one of the most valuable finds of the last decade. This is why it pays to pay attention to the small things. The next time you get change at the store or sort through your coin jar, take a closer look. You might be holding onto a modern-day fortune without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a coin that could change your life. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a strange or valuable penny. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching and happy collecting!